when we spoke last, we talked about the SCM, which we had the electron beam is being generated, comes down, hits your sample, and goes off to the detector. In this case, the electron beam is being generated in the same way, but it goes through the sample and goes off to the image here, which we can digitize and stuff here. So the samples are being loaded here, and these are what our samples look like. These are mesh grids, and well, you can pass it around. You don't have to hold it, you know. But one of those is a mesh grid, in which it's a mesh and the samples are being moved on top of it. So the samples has to be cut to about 50 micrometers or smaller, so that the beam can penetrate through the sample.
What do you use to cut? Okay.
I'll show you that in a minute. The ultramicrotome. So these microscopes get as much as this big. This is the operator here. This is a 1 millivolt, 1 million volt microscope. Why you need such a high voltage? To penetrate through bones, rocks, and stuff like that. So the higher acceleration voltage, the more penetration you get through it, right? So this particular microscope goes up to 120,000 times and has a magnification of 820,000, which is about 2 nanometers or so. There are 3 stages of pumping on this, which you end the pump on, so gas movement I made here and pressure vacuum, so there's a leak.
Oh.
So I have to fix that. Anyway, the pump you hear going on, that's a rough-end pump, which goes from atmosphere to 10 to minus 3. Then it goes off to the diffusion pump, which is from 10 to minus 3 to 10 to minus 6 torr. And then it goes off to an ion pump, which is 10 to minus 6 to 10 to minus 10. You need a high vacuum to keep here clean and keep the system get both in order. There is water circulating these lenses to keep them cool. The lens temperature and the atmosphere you're in here has to be the same temperature, or else you get drift, or you get well, I was getting condensation because I had heat coming into this room. The vibration, these rooms are usually called dead rooms because you try to have no vibration, no atmospheric vibrations or anything like that. Most microscopes are usually found among malls or anything like that. So you don't want any elevator movement, you don't want people walking by and stuff like that. Or dust or dirt or anything like that coming into you, because everything is very small. You can see here on this sample will look like a cloud. Okay, so we have this is the condenser lens. It's the objective lens. You have an intermediate lens, and then you have a projector lens. These are different lenses, and we do have apertures in each one, which is 3 apertures in here, which is the condenser lens aperture is used to cut down the amount of light that comes onto your sample, so you don't want to burn anything on that light. The objective lens aperture is to cut down the amount of light that comes back upon the sample, and the diffraction aperture is cut down the light on the diffraction spot itself. So you have those 3. I wish I could show you how the mesh grid looks and how to bring it back up. I did that with the last class, and for some reason it crashed in the vacuum instead. So I'll have to.
So for each of these lenses, you would look through them depending on what you wanted to see?
No, these are just to cut the light down onto your sample.
So you
to control the amount of light onto your sample.
Just digitally then, or?
Well, you actually look at your sample here through the lens, but you can digitize and they come up here.
Okay.
So you can get your sample. Right? I showed the last class it, but again, what I'm having is issue. So I have some images here, actually from let's see what's good. This is these what's it working on? Microtubes. This is Dr. Taylor. He's working on nanotubes. So these are samples of nanotubes, and I don't know too much about it. I can give you images, but those are what the samples look like. But you get it's about 2 nanometers or so. But that's who's ever doing their work. They're interested in that, and they love those kinds of things. You see, the insects was interesting because everybody knows insects. I don't know too much about that, so it's not, you know.
So this one is used for these smaller objects? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you can look at viruses, bacteria, and stuff like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to show you, but you have the gist of this. All this is covered in lead.
Is there a reason for that?
X-rays coming back at you.
So radiation.
Radiation. Yeah.
What's the age of these devices you have? They look really
This one is about 30-something years old. Which
it
is
looks
fast.
like from a different time period, and the
Yeah.
other one as well.
Yeah.
So more modern ones would be.
They're more,
different than
well,
the time.
not really, you know, they look the same, but they're more digitized.
Okay.
They're more, you won't find, you'll find more mouse and computer stuff on it. But I have digitized this, but this wasn't digitized. Actually, I had to do film and develop film and all of that. I have a dark room here.
Okay.
I can show you that. You know,
That would be great.
yeah. But let me show you that and then I'll show you this. All right? So, this is my dark room in which you take images and develop. This might be interesting to you guys. No, it's not. Well, you can see furniture ring, but you won't be able to see. So, these are the film from the TM, and what I'll have to do is develop that film under temperature and all that kind of stuff, mix chemicals and all that stuff, you know, and then these are what they'll come up to, and then I'll have to print it and enlarge it and all that kind of stuff. Right? The happier mode is digitize it and print it. so these are basically that. Takes a picture and it goes back into the box. Right? So let me show you the rest of it in here.